Onto a piece of waste ground for his unofficial break, he makes a discovery. Two-way cut.
Oh my God, look at the time. And he'll be in any minute, looking for his tea. And the Wednesday was soaked. Joseph will be soaked. Oh God, he'll be beyond all he's knowing. Just let me get in. Where's the keys? Where have I put them? Where have I put my keys? OPN, OPN. Joseph, open the door. Come on, hurry up. I forgot my keys. Oh, come on, son. For God's sake, let me in.
Mrs. McIntyre, what's the matter? It's all right. I've got your keys. It's okay. Here, come on. I'll see you in. Where on earth have you been this time? You're like a drowned rat. You think you've been swimming in the canal? It's all right. Come on. I'll help you in. Get these wet things off you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Betty. I don't know what I'd do without you. My man's not in yet, is he?
God, you're so right through.
I'm trying, Sarge. It's just... I'm trying to think.
It's all right, son. Take your time.
Well, not running, I don't think. More like scurrying, you know?
Scurrying?
Yeah, it's not running like a marathon runner or anything. Short steps. Just scurrying along the towpath and sort of hunched up shoulders.
Did you shout after him?
No, Sarge. Too far away by then.
Did you go after him? Or her, I suppose it could be.
No, I didn't think I should leave the corpse. I did radio the information to the panda car.
Yeah, I know. They didn't see anything.
Well, Sergeant, as we said, a formality. He's most certainly dead.
Yes, it's a formality we have to observe, though. Thanks anyway, Mr. Dean. I'll ask the pathologist to attend now.
And I'll go back to the station and write my report. Good night, Sergeant.
Good night, sir. Right, lad. I'll give Dr. Reynolds his early morning call now. 3:45 a.m. He'll like that. Meanwhile, you could finish cordoning off the body. I'll radio in for a few more PCs to post around the site till we've got them in for a proper sweep. See what else you can remember.
Right, Sarge.
Oh, by the way, Hamilton, this is a bit off your beat, isn't it?
Well...
Fly smoke. Naughty, naughty. You never know what you'll find.
You can say that again, Sarge.
Hello, Reynolds here. That's all right. Queen's Cross, the Gap site, yes, I'll be there. Are you serious? All right, as soon as I can.
David?
Shh, it's all right. Go back to sleep.
What's the time?
I'm not sure.
David?
It's a 3:45. I go back to sleep, Janet. I won't be long. A routine call.
Well, Dr. Reynolds, what do you think?
Odd sense of humour.
Sorry?
Or whoever put the head on the chest. I think it took an odd sense of humour to do that. But I'm only a pathologist, not a psychiatrist, thank God.
Indeed, sir.
So, what do we have? One male Caucasian, age between 30 and 50, head separated from trunk. I'll be able to say for certain later, but the bone splinters indicate that the head was hacked off.
I don't see how else... Sorry, sir, I didn't mean to sound...
That's quite all right, Sergeant. I simply meant hacked as opposed to sawn, say. Constable.
Sir?
I wonder if you could shine your torch just here, near my hand. That's it. Yes, look. You see? The bones of the neck, the spinal column, have been severed quite neatly. But the minor bones and the tissue around the throat are both a little more tattered. Constable, if you could just hold the beam steady. Thank you.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, I would say that one blow killed him outright, coming from the rear. Managed very nearly to carry his head off, see? And the look of shock on his face is significant, I think. He wasn't expecting it. Not like a guillotine victim, for example. And he was alive and conscious when the blow was struck.
Not drugged?
No, alive and kicking, I'd say. Well, there's no other indication of injury. No, nothing I can see in these conditions anyway. I won't be able to say for certain till I get him back to the lab.
What about time of death, sir?
Well, slight stiffening, that's all. Ground temperature is... Oh. Can we have a bit of light here, Constable? 3 degrees. I didn't think it was as cold as that. Thank you. Yes, I would say he was cooled about 6 hours ago.
About 10 o'clock yesterday evening?
Possibly. I'd also hazard a guess he was brought here soon after that, because the body seems to have been laid out. In fact, he has been laid out on his back.
Arms by his sides and legs together?
That's something you can only do with a fresh corpse.
Could he have been killed here, Sarge?
Could he?
Oh, it's a possibility. I'll throw for indications of a possible locus in the lab. Do you know when it started raining tonight? Oh, it doesn't matter. The Met Office will be able to tell us exactly. No, the ground underneath him is as wet as everywhere else. Now, it occurred to me that if it had been dry, and we knew when the rain started, we might have some idea of when it was brought here. Well, Sergeant, that clue isn't available to us. Do we know him, incidentally?
No, sir, we haven't identified him.
Well dressed, anyway. No wallet, checkbook.
Haven't touched anything yet, sir.
I see. Well, I can't really do much more here. I'll make my way to the infirmary if you care to bring him down. Oh, and please, a separate body bag for the head, please.
Hello, Phil. Mind if I join you? You look as if you've had a hard night.
Don't tell me you haven't seen the report.
Well,
I knew I should have given these up. There I am, Mary Hill, quiet as the grave. I'll have a quick drag, I think. Just duck onto this gap site.
and the rest's history. You sure you're feeling okay? Another coffee?
No, I'm okay. Once the Sarge arrived and got us into the routine, I'm fine.
Is Ray still at the locus?
No, he's gone down to the GRI, I think, for the post-mortem. He reckoned the best thing would be to finish my shift. Just a normal night bind. You know the funny thing, Elka? Coming back along Great Western Road just after 5, I couldn't even see that thing. Just kept thinking about the birds, the dawn chorus, how they don't start at dawn at all. More like 3 o'clock.
You've got one already lit, Phil.
Oh.
So, here we go. April 1st. By the way, I hope this wasn't a lark, Sergeant.
No, sir. Hardly.
Anyway, male Caucasian, unknown identity, head severed completely from the body by one major blow from behind, separation completed by a series of blows with a sharp instrument.
Possibly a cleaver.
Oh, that sort of thing. Eyes open, indicating the victim conscious at the time of death. No apparent injury to the head other than the damage to the vertebrae and the neck and throat tissue. I'll have the clothing sent over to forensic. Would you like to check the pockets an hour later?
No, please.
Yes, there's no other indication of injury. I will test for poisoning later, of course, but cause of death appears to be the obvious one. You find anything, Sergeant?
No, sir.
Ah, that's bad luck.
And time of death, sir?
Oh, yes. I estimate death occurred somewhere between 10 p.m. and midnight yesterday, given that he was left clothed and under a sheet at around 3 degrees Celsius.
Well, at least we have a time of death. Can we ask our forensic assistant to attend to you and lift the fingerprints?
Oh, certainly. Don't think we're booked this morning.
I'll phone them now if you don't mind, before I see D.I. Donahue.
Oh, yes. Well, kicking it about. Isn't that the expression?
Right then, Ray, let's kick it about. Now, you don't mind us?
No, not at all.
So, we have a man murdered on our patch, attacked from the rear with a razor-sharp cleaver, killed outright, murdered in a locus as yet unknown, right?
So it seems.
And his body carried to the place where it was found by P.C. Hamilton. What was Hamilton doing on the waste ground, anyway? Having a smoke. Fingerprints?
No, Bothwell handed them to the collator. Nothing in our files. They've been sent down the wire to Hendon. No feedback yet. Bit early in the piece to expect it, I suppose.
They're probably overloaded. Seems it's been a busy weekend up and down the kingdom. We'll just have to take our place in the queue. Well, have we swept the ground?
Yes, sir, as soon as daylight permitted. The rain prevented us taking plaster cast, but that would have been difficult anyway. It's mainly rubble, very little soil.
And what about his clothing?
That's at forensic lab now, sir. Allowing for morning coffee to get the brains into gear, we could expect a return in the clothes by midday. Montgomery will pick it up.
Sooner than that, I would hope. I take it we don't know him from missing persons or mugshots of the local felons. Ray? Yes, I know. Anyway, get a scene of crimes officer down to the infirmary to photograph the head, and soon, please. Now, who else is on the day shift in CID?
Abernethy, sir.
Fair enough. Put him on to identifying the deceased from the photograph. If he concentrates on, well, what would you say, Ray? 25 to 50-year-olds? That should give us a wide enough margin. Shouldn't be more than about 14 volumes. Keep him occupied for an hour or two. What's Abernethy got on at the moment?
Well, burglaries, one aggravated, willful fire-raising, usual gamut of car thefts, few junkies caught in possession that won't tell us the names of the supplier.
Oh, no, would I. Once you grass in the drug business, you're safe nowhere, not even in the slammer.
One or two other cases as well, sir, but that's all I can recall. This file's buddle-jigging like everybody else's. I take it you want this to have some priority?
Yes, I think so. If this is underworld rough justice, he was probably up to his oxters in something heavy. Now, carried from the locus of the offence and laid out under a sheet with his head on his chest. Personal effects removed to hinder identification. And professional topping?
Sir, certainly looks like that, sir.
You know what suggests this is maybe not a professional job? I mean, I'm just kicking it about, Ray. But what do you think about the way the body was left on waste ground beside a busy road junction, Any ideas? It could be organised crime meting out its own justice, but it's messy. And they generally go to great lengths to hide the body. Like that flyover at the Kingston Bridge that's forever being resurfaced. I think there's a grain of truth that it's due to unsound foundations.
Cadavers in the concrete.
It wouldn't be the first time. That's what's puzzling about this. It's too loud to be underworld, don't you think? The boy that pulled this stunt twisted a state hospital number. It's the sort of case that makes our job difficult.
If not impossible.
If you wanted me to sum it up in one word, Mr. Montgomery, I'd say clean. Or maybe even sanitised. Everything appears to be either new, just out of the packet, or else dry cleaned.
Everything? You mean the clothing was put on the body after death? On the corpse?
Mr. Montgomery, there isn't a trace of blood on any of these garments, not even his shirt collar.
It's unbelievable. And nothing on him, of course, to help identify him.
This was in the waistcoat pocket. Might be gold dust.
What is it?
Here, you'll need some magnification.
Something... Hotel Saltcoats. Ardmore, is it? Ardmore Hotel Saltcoats.
Yes, the ballpoint's only just survived the dry cleaning, but it's obviously a receipt. No date, but at least you'll know where he's been.
Yeah, apart from a Gap site in Maryhill.
Here, Sergeant.
Thanks, Ilka.
My pleasure.
You look done in. Don't any of you give you a hard time?
Oh, not too bad. About 2 pipes worth, I reckon. You know, every time I see that big glass ashtray of his, I remember Montgomery, I think it was, saying to him, "All you need now, sir, is some tap water and a couple of goldfish." He gets his tobacco specially made up in that place in Queen Street, some sort of Dutch mixture. Doesn't make you homesick?
No, not homesick. Speaking of which, will I see you later? I'm on till 6, barring unforeseens.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'll try and get some sleep, I think, before the upstairs weirdos switch on their music centre. Wouldn't it be so bad if you could hear the music, but all you get is the bass notes through the ceiling?
You're still having problems with the hot water?
Well, the landlord only switches it on in the mornings between 7 and 8, I think, which is not a lot of use to a cop on shifts. I'll take a run over to Rotherham later, pick up a few things.
Will your wife be at home?
Oh, yes, ready and waiting. Her hour of triumph. I've some clothes to collect, that's all.
You don't have to go back to that bedsit, Ray, you know that.
I know. Look, I need some time, Elka.
Well, I'll see you later. Maybe around 7. And, bring a toothbrush anyway.
Dr. Reynolds. This is a pleasant surprise. Would you like some coffee?
No thanks, Inspector. I'm on my way up to the Western, and I thought I'd give you the latest on our decapitated friend. Is Sergeant Sussex home?
Yes. He's on the graveyard shift this week. Have you found anything else?
Well, just a little more. There's nothing new in the cause of death. Now, what's interesting is that the body was cleaned. There isn't a trace of blood anywhere on it. To tell you the truth, Inspector, I'm surprised I didn't remark on it earlier, but in a death of this kind, there would be a massive amount of blood spilled, of course. I mean, if I had a sharp enough weapon to take your head off in one swing, the next pump of your heart would send up a geyser of blood 15 feet into the air. And yet there's not a trace on the body.
Yes, our forensic scientist, Dr. Kay, said pretty much the same thing about his clothes. With the exception of the suit, which was apparently dry cleaned, everything else was brand new, and by her reckoning must have been placed on the deceased after death.
Now, that would fit in with my own finding that the body had been washed, probably with industrial alcohol. There's hardly a trace of grime in the pores. I mean, it's normal procedure that corpses are washed, but in this case it's as though it's been done for us.
That's strange, isn't it?
Well, a headless corpse at the edge of Maryhill Road isn't exactly a common place to start with. Now, the other point, of course, is that the locus of this crime will have been left in a very bloody mess.
Unless it was cleaned up like the corpse.
Well, that's your department, Inspector. You'll have my report in writing later today with any luck. Oh, I've also given some thought to his age. Nothing very scientific, but I'd say he was in his 40s. A man who lived well, but healthily. Yes, he wasn't a manual labourer. His hands are soft and fleshy. Probably never picked up anything heavier than a pen in the course of his working day. And he'd eaten a meal about an hour or two before he was slain. Contents gelatinous in texture, some rice, some partially masticated white meat, some vegetable matter that turned out to be water chestnuts. Also some stringy stuff that had me foxed for a while, but I eventually came to the conclusion that...
Bamboo shoots?
Yes, a Chinese meal, exactly. You stole my punchline, Inspector.
Well, it's not often I get the chance. You said he was healthy.
Yes, in very good health, in fact. A lot of men in their 40s, restaurant eaters especially, show some deterioration in their kidneys and liver.
From alcohol?
In some cases they're shot to hell already. Now, this chap was as clean as a whistle. In fact, it's a shame he didn't have a kidney donor card on his person. We could have used those organs.
So, clean living, but good living.
And I'll be taking casts of his teeth too, rather than amputating the jaw.
Oh, yes, I'd prefer you didn't amputate. We might still have to ask the next of kin to identify the body. God knows it'll be difficult enough for them.
Anyway, I'll send the cast to the School of Dentistry. They might be able to match them against records.
Yes.
He was certainly no stranger to dental treatment.
Yes, that might be helpful. We're clutching at straws, to tell you the truth, and I'd like to have something of substance to discuss with the Chief. I'd like his approval for a poster, I think. But so far we've got a file of bulging with photographs, and that's about it.
Well, Inspector, for what it's worth, I think he'd had the attentions of a dental hygienist very recently, within the past week.
Mm-hmm.
Teeth are very clean. They've obviously been scaled. Do you really want to note this down?
Oh, indeed I do, sir.
Oh, fine. Anyway, I think the treatment was recent because there are still some small lesions in the gums from the work, and also some fragments of plaque in the back crevices of his mouth, where they've not been removed by the suction pipe or the mouthwash. They do no harm, of course, but in a few days they would have been caught up in food and swallowed.
And by your reckoning, that would put the treatment within 7 days?
At the outside. That's just me covering myself. Off the record, I'd say 3 days was a better bet. Now, today's Monday. Dentists like to work a 5-day week. At least mine does. Keeps his golf handicap down.
So that would indicate treatment on Friday last?
Well, that would be my guess, but I don't want to encroach on your territory.
Oh, encroach as much as you like, sir.
Well, even if the dentist in question does have a Saturday surgery, it's likely to be full of school kids or chaps who can't get time off work. And I would have said that the deceased was the sort of man who can organise his own time.
So, the deceased had a dental appointment 3 days ago?
It's a reasonable assumption. Or a wild guess. Anyway, I'll head on up to the western now. You'll have the bones of all that in writing no later than tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds.
My pleasure, Inspector Donoghue, as always.
Hello, Abernethy.
Sir.
D.I. Donoghue. There's another little job I'd like you to do. Yellow Pages this time, dentists.
Dentists?
Yes. First of all, check if they had a dental hygienist surgery on Friday last, and if so, did they perhaps treat a patient answering to our man's description? Older, middle-age, middle class. I'm not sure if I'd bother with not of this town.
Right, sir.
Ray, you old softy tulips.
Well, it's practically a national emblem, isn't it?
That deserves a kiss. Scratch it. I thought you might have slept in. You couldn't have had much of a rest.
Well, the heavy metal doesn't start till 6 as a rule. I just hope the guy upstairs hangs on to his job, whatever it is.
I'll turn it down a bit, shall I?
No, it's fine by me.
Grab a pew and I'll fix us some coffee. Have you had anything to eat since this morning, I mean?
No, I would have had some soup at midday, but the phantom seems to have struck again.
Really?
Yep. Cans pilfered and a bite taken out of my cheese. Not a piece cut off. An honest-to-God bite. I mean, what's the world coming to, Elka, eh? They'll even steal off a cop.
Well, I suppose you could always check his dental records.
Cheeky.
Well, hunger's good sauce, isn't that what you say? I hope you like nasi goreng, because if you don't, I'm afraid it's beans on toast.
Smells lovely. What is it? National dish?
No, that's mountain goat stew, didn't you know? It's Indonesian, actually. Like a lot of Dutch cooking. Now, coffee. How was the trip to Rutherglen? Was your wife at home?
Yeah, and Sammy, and one of his obnoxious friends. Team handies, as they say. I just collected my stuff and left. A raincoat, now we're coming into the good weather. Some other things I'd forgotten. All this at my age. Honest to God, Elka, I'm in a mess. I feel I've been cheated.
Hey, come on, old Sussex. Cheer up. I've no room in my life for self-pitying wimps, just for men who can square up to their problems. Okay, Mopey?
Yeah, thanks. You know I'm still on the night shift.
Oh. So no toothbrush. Oh well. And I'm on nights next week. Actually, I don't mind it that much, especially if it's quiet. I drop in for a coffee at the bus depot or the fire station. It's not bad with a city centre beat. There's always somewhere you can go out of the rain, take the weight off your feet for a while.
I'm not sure I should be listening to this WPC films.
The rest of the time you're just walking the streets, shining your torch into odd corners.
Oh, God. Like poor Phil Hamilton.
Yes. I think we need something a little stronger than coffee.
Could you tell me if you had a dental hygienist surgery on Friday or possibly Thursday of last week?
No, I'm afraid we didn't. Mr. Brownlee does these on Wednesdays and Mr. Perry's on holiday.
Right. Thanks very much for your help. Goodbye.
Hello, dental surgery.
Hello, this is P Division Police at Charing Cross here. We're making inquiries.
A good long soak. Aye, that's what I need. A good, long, hot, clean everything. That's what they do all the time. When they've been raped. Aye, a good scrub. A good hard scrub, tap to toe, with a good hard scrubbing brush. Get rid of it. Get rid of the dirt, the filth, the clean. Get rid of the blood and the dirt and the blood. And burn it. Take it someplace and burn it. Get rid of it. Oh, Jesus. Though your sins be as scarlet, though your sins be, they shall be as white as snow. Oh God, I couldn't. It's not my fault. Take it someplace and burn it. Take her someplace. Take her someplace as white as snow. As white as snow. Oh my God. No.
In the first part of Two-Way Cut, the part of Mrs. McIntyre was played by Edith Ruddock, Mrs. Douglas by Joyce Faulkner, and Police Constable Hamilton by Martin McCartney, Detective Sergeant Sussex, Jake Darcy, Police Constable Abernethy, Andrew Conlon, Dr. Reynolds, Gerard Slevin, Jean Kay, Rebecca Hawking, Elka Willems, Eliza Langland, Detective Inspector Donahue, Crawford Logan, Detective Constable Montgomery, Frank Gallagher, and Louise by Anne-Marie Timoney. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Technical presentation was by Tommy Anderson, Graham Taylor, and Andrea Cunningham. Two-Way Cut was written by Peter Turnbull, dramatised by Stephen Mulrine, and directed on location in Glasgow and in our Glasgow studios by Hamish Wilson. We present the second episode of Two-Way Cut by Peter Turnbull, dramatised from the original novel by Stephen Mulrine. The discovery of a corpse on the Maryhill Road in Glasgow is not all that unusual. However, Police Constable Hamilton could be forgiven for being disturbed by a corpse in clean clothes, lying on its back and with its head staring at him, sitting in the middle of its chest. Detective Sergeant Sussex and the team are soon in action, as is the rest of P Division. Two-Way Cut.
The poster looks fine. You can distribute them as soon as you like. Who are you putting on the investigation?
Well, Ray Sussex started the ball rolling. He's drawn the graveyard shift along with Montgomery. Aberneth is making a contribution at the moment. King's on the back shift. He should be in the building by now. And there's work still to do.
Sounds as though you're using everybody.
Well, I think I'll have to, sir. Everything else can go on the back burner.
You'd better keep remarks like that within these walls. But that would be a help, obviously. There's nothing else pressing, is there?
No, sir. Until this morning we seemed to be in a bit of a lull, and most of the team had grabbed the opportunity to blitz their paperwork. We've had a series of off-licence raids, the usual burglaries, And a willful fire-raising. The trail's gone a bit cold on that one. We've lost momentum. And I don't want that to happen in this case.
Absolutely not.
In a sense, this murder might do us some good. It'll galvanise us into action. The team's been getting its edges dulled.
Well, that's scant compensation for the victim, but I know what you mean. We've no idea who he was.
No, sir, and that's our first step. Abernethy spent the morning doing some good work, eliminating criminal records of missing persons. He seems to think he's a foreigner, for no tangible reason. And I've also put him on to checking dentists, to see who might have had a dental hygienist towards the end of last week.
Yes, this cleanliness aspect's a puzzle. It's very odd.
You know, sir, I don't think it was done to hinder us. It wasn't an attempt to wash away evidence.
Huh?
I mean, if they were going to that length, cleaning the body with surgical spirit, they'd hardly have left it out in the open like that.
With its head sitting on its chest, no.
Some body, or some organisation, had the facilities and time to clean the corpse, dress it in new or clean clothes, and if they had the time to do that, then they had the means to dispose of it so that it would never be found.
Hmm.
Now, that's my view. I think it's a ritual killing, and the body was meant to be found. And it was also premeditated.
Not an assault that went over the top?
No. The only item of clothing that wasn't brand new was the suit, almost as if somebody bought the clothes prior to killing him. Well, the suit would be a problem, of course, but they got round that by using a clean one, as if they knew when he'd be collecting his suit from the dry cleaners.
Well, it's a puzzle and a half. You'll keep me informed, Donahue?
I will, sir.
Well, this is your baby now, Richard. Donahue's had me combing the yellow pages half the day. I feel like J.R. Hartley. But you've got a shortlist here. 9 guys answering the description that had dental treatment on Friday.
Oh, thank you very much. What am I supposed to do with these?
Check them out, I presume. If all 9 turn out to be alive and kicking, then we're back to square one. On the other hand, somebody just might be missing from his place of residence. Anyway, they're all yours. How do you plan to attack them? Alphabetically?
South side, east side, Bearsden. I shouldn't think so. I'll do the West End addresses first.
Well, I suppose that is where he was found. It's maybe not what one would call the West End, Mary Hill Road. Not unless you're an estate agent. But it might be worth checking there first.
Yeah, you know, I'd never have thought of that. Well, there's 2 of them quite near the locus. Wilton Street and Dryburgh Gardens just round the corner.
Well, best of luck, Richard, old son. Just remember who had to do all the hard work.
Only I thought I'd better call the police, you know.
Oh, sure. And it was the children that found it?
Aye. Wayne's and some of their pals. Just there on that wee bit West Grun, you see.
Oh, right.
Just there.
Aye.
Of course, I mind when it was Hussies there. Rotten with damp and all. It was a good thing when they pulled them down.
Aye. So, when did you see the kids playing with them?
Oh, about half an hour ago, say 4 o'clock. I shouted down to them out the window and asked them what it was. They shouted back it was clays covered in blood. So I went down to take a look. Near broke my ankle crossing that rubble. You see the Waynes? They hop a bit on it like mountain goats. Anyway, I gathered it up and called you fellas. I thought you'd be interested.
Do you think you could show me exactly where it was when the kids found it?
Aye, no problem, son.
Aye.
You'll see the parcel's a wee bit burnt. It's as if somebody's maybe been trying to set it on fire, getting rid of the evidence and all that.
Seems like it.
It was just over here, next to the big rock, or in behind it. See, there's a book of matches there. I never noticed that before. Aye, they're soaking wet.
Aye,
And they've all been letting a whanny.
Aye.
Looks as if somebody's been putting a couple of matches to the bundle and got nowhere, so they've tried the whole lot.
It could be. Right, I'll take these.
Zambezi Club. What's that, I wonder?
Aye. What is it?
I hope you're not going to attack me with that brush. Police, DC King. Here's my ID.
Aye.
Is Mr. Lorinsky in?
No.
Do you know where he is?
No.
Do you know what time he'll be back?
No.
When did you see him last?
Monday.
Today's Monday, madam.
That's right.
So, you saw him last Monday then?
Aye.
You don't stay here yourself then, no?
No.
You clean for him?
Aye, just once a week on Mondays, but no the fair or Easter Monday or Christmas or Hogmanay falls on a Monday.
I see. So you have a key then? And you've no idea when he'll be back?
Oh, I couldn't say. His car keys are still in the hook, and his office clothes are still in the wardrobe.
Is that unusual?
Oh, aye.
Did you maybe notice anything else unusual this morning?
His hat's still in the peg as well. He always wears a hat unless it's high summer, but this time of year he'll want a hat.
And did that not make you curious?
Aye. His top coat's still there too. But I've had so much today, I've hardly had the time to think, cleaning up. He's left this place in such a mess.
Oh?
Aye, a lot of blood in the living room, tramped in everywhere. It's taken me the whole day to clean it up.
I don't think I got your name.
It's Mrs. Dewey.
Right, Mrs. Dewey. I think I better come in.
And I cleaned the blood off the ceiling. Only I can't get a ladder up to it without moving the dining table. It's just in the road. And I can't move it on my own. So I was waiting for Mr. Lurinsky to come home to lend a hand. Otherwise the whole house would be like a new pin. I'm good at my job.
I really don't think it'll matter, Mrs. Dewey.
You won't keep me long, will you? Only have a bus to catch and my sister's coming for her tea. And I'm just wondering who's going to pay me for my day's work.
Well, we needed a bit of luck. Oh, of course, you won't know yet. His wallet and all his clothes, his own clothes, that is, have been found on another bit of waste ground south of the water, Hutchison town, I think. You'll get all the details in the folder. Blood types match up with the body and the ceiling at Drybrough Gardens. Mr. Bothwell's finished there now, I believe.
That's right, sir. There's plenty of dabs in the house. The trouble is, they all belong to Mrs. Dewey, the conscientious cleaner. Bothwell did manage to find 2 she'd missed, though. He sent them to the collator.
I doubt if we'll get a result today. Computer services shut down at 5. Must be nice to work office hours. So, what do you reckon, Mr. King? I've been having another read-through, and I think he knew his attackers.
Most murder victims do, sir.
Oh, yes, sir. What I mean is he knew them, but didn't believe they threatened him. No sign of forced entry, no struggle. I still can't fathom the treatment of the corpse, though. Why do that? Washing it, dressing it in new clothing. Why?
Why even bother to carry it outside the house? It's not as if they were going anywhere, a couple of 100 yards down the street. It would have been less risky just to leave it. Let Mrs. Dewey find it.
Yes, she wouldn't have called us until she'd given it a good dust and a polish. I'm sure somebody saw something. You can't carry a body down Wilton Street without attracting some kind of attention, even in the dead hours. There's always something going off down there, if it's only the druggies setting up their 3 a.m. deals. Not that they're likely to come forward, but I'm intrigued by that mysterious figure Hamilton saw running along the towpath. I'd like to know a bit more about him, or her.
You said his wallet had been found, sir. What do we know about Mr. Lurinsky?
Well, he was an accountant with a firm called Biddulph and Company. Mr. Biddulph himself will be at home to you after 6 this evening.
Me, sir?
Yes, Mr. King. I'd like you to interview Mr. Biddulph about his deceased colleague. Should make a nice change after Mrs. Dewey. It's an address in Lenzie. He sounded very shocked. And there's another address in the file. An establishment called the Zambezi Club in Hope Street. We think the person who tried to incinerate Lurinsky's clothing used one of their matchbooks. Possibly Montgomery. He's coming on night shift with Ray Sussex, I believe. He might pay the Zambezi Club a visit.
Well, that should appeal to him.
My thoughts exactly.
What about that Salcoats Hotel, sir? Has anybody picked that up?
Yes, Abernethy's on his way there now. Anyway, we'll see what turns up. So, if you could call on Mr. Biddulph and pass on my request to Montgomery that he acquaint himself with the Zambezi Club. God knows he may be a regular patron already. And I'll get off home, Mr. King, more or less on time for once. If anything breaks, you can call me. Otherwise, I'm leaving P Division CID in your capable hands. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, January was a good month for us, as I recall. We're not a family hotel, Mr. Abernethy, despite the coastal location. Most of our clients are businessmen. Ah, yes, here we are. Mr. Lurinsky came here for a weekend, the last weekend in January. He took a double room.
he and his lady companion arrived Friday evening, had dinner at the hotel, and departed on Sunday after breakfast.
See. Did anything unusual occur while he was here? Anything that involved him?
No, not that I noticed.
Did his companion give a name?
They booked in as Mr. and Mrs. Lorinsky. Actually, I remember them. They seemed a bit nervous. They weren't married, I'm sure of that. Suppose you could say it was an honest-to-God dirty weekend.
Well, can you describe her, his partner?
Well, younger than him. In her late 20s, I'd say. He was middle-aged.
I wonder if you could recall a Christian name. You didn't overhear him address her, no?
No. I couldn't tell you which room they were in.
Yes, well, I dare say it's been occupied since.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I do good business here. Full most of the year. I really don't remember much about their stay, so I assume this means that Mr. Lorinsky and partner behaved quietly, kept themselves to themselves, and left the room clean and tidy.
And that's all?
Well, I think she was Oriental.
What?
You didn't ask, Mr. Abernethy. Oriental. Chinese, I would say. They were an odd couple, really. He was tall, heavily built, very conservatively dressed. She was quite petite, smartly dressed, of course, but a distinctly more flamboyant look. Also, their attitude to each other.
What do you mean?
Well, quite a lot of middle-aged businessmen bring young women to the hotel. The men work hard at impressing them, the girls show off a bit, but mostly it's an endurance test, for the girls, that is. Couples like that talk plenty, but there's not much eye contact. I've been in this business a long time, and it's a sort of hobby of mine, guest watching. These two didn't say much, but they spent a lot of time gazing at each other. I'd have said they were in love, or at least on the way there.
Well, yes, we did have an argument, and I'm a bit annoyed about it, to tell you the truth. It was to do with the name change. Nelson Mandela.
Sorry?
Nelson Mandela Place. You see, ours is an old established accountants firm, and I'd rather continue to enjoy an address in Royal Exchange Square, frankly. But don't misunderstand me. I'm personally sympathetic, and all right, the city can make its point renaming the square Nelson Mandela Place because that's where the South African consulate happens to be, but why penalise us, eh? Wouldn't you agree, Mr. King?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm aware enough of the issues.
Well, that's diplomatic anyway. You sure you want to have a drink?
Oh, no, no thanks.
Well, helps me unwind. I've put in a hard day's work. Wound the company up, got all the 90-day redundancy notices out. It's been a long day. Yes, businessmen are conservative, especially if they deal in money. Accountants, banking houses, investment brokers, we're all frightened of anything that smacks of change by force. Established customers are actually reluctant to send us business now because of our new address.
I can't see why that should be.
Well, of course, the issue's clear-cut. The Republic of South Africa's wrong and the ANC's right. But the point is that businessmen would be quite happy to take the family to Nelson Mandela Park, if they renamed Rook and Glen, say, won't send their business to Nelson Mandela Place. Names are important. If you're in the golfwear business, for instance, you'll sell a Gleneagles golf jacket a damn sight quicker than if you called it a Motherwell golf jacket, even if the price and product are identical. And why? Because Gleneagles means golf, health, success, money. Motherwell means steel, pollution, and unemployment. It's the way people's minds work. It's a question of prejudice. It's not that our clients are racist. It's a prejudice in favour of established usage, that's all. Royal Exchange Square has been called that for 150 years. It's part of this city's economic history.
Well, I still think it was a brave gesture.
Oh, I dare say it was. In fact, I'm inclined to agree, but I think a more appropriate location could have been found, like a park, as I've said. I'll say this also. When Nelson Mandela comes to Glasgow to accept the freedom of the city, I'll be among the thousands in George Square cheering when he comes out of the city chambers with his gown and scroll. Just wish they hadn't changed our business address, that's all. Some of my neighbours have moved out and set up again in Blythswood Square, and our elected representative's brave gesture is costing me money. Anyway, you've touched a raw nerve. But that's what I was arguing about with Sam Lurinsky. Now he's dead.
I'm afraid so.
Can't believe it. Murdered.
This morning. At least that's when the body was discovered.
Wondered why he didn't turn up for work or phone in sick, and then your Inspector Donaghy...
Donahue.
Oh, yes, Donahue. Uh-huh. Then he phoned. You sure about that drink? I'm still in shock, really.
You were going to tell me about the argument, Mr. Biddulph.
Oh, well, argument was too strong a word, really. I sounded his opinion about whether we should cut and run.
Cut and run?
Yeah. Sell the premises for what we could get for them. Open up in a more solid-sounding address. Surprised at his reaction.
Huh?
Yes. Sam's attitude was that moving away would be to endorse racism. I was surprised at the depth of feeling he showed. This was Friday afternoon, and I said something like, "What do you think about moving out of here and seeing if business picks up?" Well, Mr. King, he just exploded. Sam isn't a partner in the firm, he's an employee. And if a junior had spoken like that, he'd have got his jotters, no question. I think I was too surprised by Sam's evident feeling to take offence at his manner. It was as if he'd a personal stake in the issue. Anyway, I can't get over this. Murdered. Sam. Can I ask how...
No, I'm afraid I can't tell you yet, sir.
Oh, fair enough. You don't mind if I have another? Just a couple before dinner. This is a golf club evening.
You'll be driving there?
Oh, yes. Oh, I'll be safe enough. Especially after a meal. Drink doesn't affect me. I've been a moderate drinker all my days. Need it to keep going. Mrs. Biddulph says I'm a better driver when I've had a drink.
Mr. Lurinsky. He'd been with you some time.
Yeah, almost 20 years. Entered the firm as a junior. Came from an insurance broker's, I think. What I would call a committed financier. Interested in money as a commodity, not interested in making it, if you see the difference. Very moralistic man. Came with his family, I suppose.
Lurinsky. The name's East European, Polish, or Russian.
Yes, that was his grandfather. Sam's parents were actually free church people, fire and brimstone types. Not that Sam was particularly religious, but he was pretty careful. Frugal, you know. I visited his home once. It's like stepping back in time. Amazing place, not the slightest attempt at modernization. Be a lovely place to do up, rip out that old fireplace, the antiquated sink...
So, Mr. Lurinsky?
Yes, Sam. Sam was a stage sort of chap. Not your sparkling sense of humour. No, didn't drink. Never touched a drop. You know, there's a lot of sharks in this business, Mr. King. They wouldn't wait to stab you in the back. Oh, no, the dreaded vorpal blade can come at you from the front, and they'll smile while you spill your blood. No, Sam wasn't like that. He was a meticulous man. Careful, punctual. I gave him his start, and he just got on with it. He could have moved on to other firms for more money, but he stayed with us. We could have made him a partner, too, but he didn't seem to want it. Not ambitious at all. Murdered?
Yes.
But who?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out, Mr. Biddle.
Cooey! Malcolm! Anybody home? No? Well, don't give me a hand, whatever you do.
Yeah? Hello?
Good God, are you still in bed? Do you know it's the back of 7?
What are you talking about?
Yes, and some of us have put in a day's work and done the shopping. I hope you like spaghetti.
Oh, God. Yeah, and some of us work shifts, you know. What time did you say it was?
It's time you were up, Montgomery. Come on.
Hey, don't push your luck.
I'm asking you, do you like spaghetti?
Jesus. Is that the time? I'll get skinned alive.
What are you doing?
Oh, for God's sake, keep out my road. I should have been at work half an hour ago.
Well, thanks a bunch.
I'm minding the shop, you could say.
Well, I don't know if I should draw it to your attention, Mr. King, sir, but Abernethy's parked in the chief super's space.
Okay. You got some useful stuff at that Saltcoats Hotel, incidentally. If you'd have been here earlier, you'd have had time to clock the file. Anyway, the only lead we haven't followed up yet is the Zambezi Club. Ray Sussex on this shift as well, but we thought you might be the more suitable. Ray wouldn't blend in as well, and that's not a compliment, by the way.
Yeah, I'd never have guessed. So, Zambezi. I'm getting paid to go to the dancing.
Some job, eh?
This could be a two-hander.
You reckon?
Well, you never know what you might walk into.
It's not a two-hander.
No, I mean, you're going in blind. No, one bloke on his own in a disco. And it'll look off, definitely. Men hunting packs.
Oh, yeah? Well, I didn't need a pack to find my wife. Our eyes met across the late returns counter in the library, and she took a quid off me.
Oh, take it from me, Richard, old son. Men go in packs, at least in pairs.
Well, I doubt if Ray Sussex...
No, the two of us, I mean.
Us? Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
Look, it's no problem. I'll get you home in time, no sweat. I mean, she won't turn into a pumpkin. Ray can look after the shop. Come on, grab your coat. You and I are going to gyrate.
What do you have, gentlemen?
Gin and tonic twice. Just as well this is on expenses. I suppose this is your idea of work.
Yeah, could be worse. Could be cops, for instance. Hey, clock the girl in the blue. Over by the stairs.
I can see her.
She's practically signalling. Happens all the time. Wonder if she's got a mate.
Yeah, but we're here on business, remember?
Gin and tonic, twice.
Aye, thanks. Can't have a light?
Sure.
Suppose you've ran out of these. Zambezi?
These? No, we don't give them out up here. You might get them downstairs.
Downstairs?
The dancing. More like the Black Hole of Calcutta. Used to be the vaults when this place was a bank, so you can get an idea of the size.
And they give out complimentary matchbooks down there, but not up here. What's the difference?
Well, actually, the boss has got an office downstairs. I think he gives out stuff to business associates. Ballpoint pens with a club motif, the palm trees, same as these. Usual sort of thing.
What's the boss's name?
Eh?
What police?
Oh, well, it's Mr. Steen. Look, listen, if anybody asks, you got the name from the business registry, okay?
If anybody
Who else might be given these matches? Or have access to them?
The staff, I suppose. I don't know. I'm just a piano player.
Oh, you're not a regular?
Oh, 3 nights.
What? Student?
Aye. Law, funnily enough.
It's a good ticket. I have a law degree. The people I was at uni were pulling down 5 times what I'm earning.
Is there something going on here?
Could be. Could be we're up a blind alley. Anyway, thanks for your help.
All right.
Well, shall we go below? Or we could make it official.
And see what?
That we turned up a book of Zambezi Club matches close to where a murdered man's clothing was found. And it appeared an attempt had been made to set fire to the clothing.
Well, it'll rattle a few cages if nothing else. Let's go.
We'd like to speak to Mr. Steen, please.
What?
Mr. Steen!
We'd like to speak to him.
Who wants them?
Police.
All right.
Yeah?
Police, Mr. Steen. Right.
right, just go in.
Yeah, I know, that surprises everybody. Soundproofing.
I can see why you'd need it. DC King, and this is DC Montgomery.
Yes, gentlemen, what can I do for you?
We're hoping you can help us in connection with a serious crime.
Oh?
I take it you recognise these?
Yeah. Yeah, they're ours, of course.
And it's our understanding that these matchbooks are only given out to personal contacts of yours? Business associates?
Well, I suppose so, but...
Would you happen to know a man by the name of Samuel Larinsky?
Samuel who? No. No. No.
You see, the reason we're asking is that Mr. Larinsky's body was found on a gap site off Maryhill Road last night, and let's just say that he didn't die of a heart attack. And furthermore, we're particularly interested in the person or persons unknown that attempted to set fire to Mr. Larinsky's clothing on another gap site in Hutchison Town, using these matches.
What's this got to do with me?
I don't know. I give it. What has it got to do with you?
Yes. Tell us, Mr. Stein.
No, I'm not. I can't be. I'm not going bald. That's ridiculous. Not me. Men fancy me. Aye, they do. They'd die for me. Maybe it's a punishment. No, I'm run down, that's all. Just tired. It's not happening, it's just imagination. Oh, God, I need a sleep. I can't stand it anymore. I need help. Oh, help me, somebody, please. Oh. Who is it?
Come on, Louise, open up.
What do you want? I can't let you in.
Get inside, you bitch! You've got it coming.
In the second episode of Two-Way Cut, the part of Detective Chief Inspector Finlater was played by Alec Monteith, Detective Inspector Donoghue by Crawford Logan, Detective Constable Abernethy by Andrew Conlon, Detective Constable King by Robert Carlyle, the Man on the Waste Ground, Gilbert Martin, Police Constable Wanless, Paul Morrow, Mrs. Dewey, Caroline Patterson, Kilroy, Robert Trotter, Biddulph, Michael Elder, Michelle, Daniela Nardini, Detective Constable Montgomery, Frank Gallagher, and Louise by Anne-Marie Timoney. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Technical presentation was by Tommy Anderson, Graham Taylor, and Andrea Cunningham. Two-Way Cut was written by Peter Turnbull, dramatised by Stephen Mulrine, and directed on location in Glasgow and in our Glasgow studios by Hamish Wilson. I met a gentleman called Steen. Meanwhile, Detective Sergeant Ray Sussex starts the day at HQ. Two-Way Cut.
Thought you might want some coffee, Ray, before the phones start buzzing. There's a code 9 just in, by the way. Somewhere in Clarkston, a Chinese restaurant.
Well, that's a nice romantic start to the day. Into the light of my life, bearing coffee and a code 9.
And Malcolm Montgomery's waiting outside.
Oh, great. We'd better observe the proprieties then.
As if he doesn't know. Shall I send him in? He's got his own cup.
Yeah, thanks, Elka, love. My God, just thinking about our old DS. If I'd walked into his office holding a cup. OK, tell Montgomery to come in. I've got his report from the Zambezi Club here. Oh, and get some detail on that code 9. The chief wants business as usual, of course, as well as all the stops out on this one.
Yes, it's what's known as having your cake and eating it. I'll look in later, Ray.
Thanks, Elka.
Morning, Sarge. You wanted to see me? You got my report?
Yes. Do have a seat.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry, Sarge. Force of habit. Simple association. Chair, sit, you know.
Yes, anyway, about your report, it's a bit on the brief side, isn't it? Steen showed guilt when told about the matches and seemed alarmed that they could be linked to the Larinsky killing.
Yeah.
Alarmed?
Yeah. Richard will bear me out. We put our heads together on the report, and Steen was distinctly edgy. We decided to rattle his cage. I think we succeeded.
Yes, well, I just wish you'd remember that while you might know or suspect a great deal, your colleagues can only know what you share with them, which is often not a great deal.
Point taken, Sarge. Sorry. Anyway, I thought I'd root around the files, see what we've got on Steen, if anything.
Can't do any harm.
Anything else on, Sarge?
Code 9 on the south side. WPC Willems is checking it out. Fire officer will presumably let us know if there's anything in it for us, OK?
Well, I'll get busy on the files.
Oh, incidentally, have you read Abernethy's report?
The Saltcoats Hotel, you mean?
Lorinsky's Chinese lady friend. Anyway, while you're checking the Rotodecks, keep that in the back of your mind.
Right.
B Division, Detective Sergeant Sussex.
Hello, Sergeant Sussex. My name's Dr. Monroe. I'm at GRI Casualty Department. We've just admitted a young woman. She's semi-conscious, severe trauma to the head and body, probably also fractured ribs. Somebody's given her a very bad beating, in fact, and I think you should talk with her.
Oh, we certainly should. That's Casualty GRI, Dr. Monroe. Have we met before, sir?
Well, very likely, I should think. It's an even smaller world in night shift. Well, how's yours going, incidentally?
Oh, fairly quiet so far. How about yourself?
Run off her feet, frankly. The city went mental when the discos came out, but it's calmed down a bit now. Well, this young lady I'm phoning about came in when it was going like the clappers. But she wasn't hemorrhaging, so she's had to wait. I've just treated her.
And obviously you'll be admitting her.
Oh, yes, for observation in the first place.
Will she make a statement, do you think?
Well, it's hard to say. She was semi-conscious, but there was a lot of resentment coming out. She might feel different in the cold light of day. She's not married, at least there's no ring in her finger, so she just might make a complaint.
Yes, I know what you mean. The number of women in this city that think any husband's better than no husband.
Yes, well, frankly, I despair. You sew and plaster them back into some sort of shape to go back to husbands that seem hell-bent on reshaping them.
Any idea how long you'll be keeping her?
Well, as far as her actual injuries go, she could be discharged later today. The problem is that there's something else here, a skin condition, and her hair seems to be falling out. I'm going to ask the registrar to have a look at her. It's possible she might be detained a bit longer.
Right, thanks, Doctor. Oh, did you happen to get her name?
Yes, Louise Salisbury.
Well, that's nice.
Isn't it? Very English-sounding, but she's as Glasgow as the Barras, going by her accent.
Well, I'll ask her WPC to look in on her later today. Oh, and meanwhile, thank you for calling.
Not at all, Sergeant. Thank you.
Come in.
That Code 9 in Clarkston. Do you want the details now? The Bay Leaf Chinese restaurant, Air Road. The fire officer says they've got it under control now, but they've got 6 appliances there. Very serious blaze, he reckons. And get this, it's closed on Mondays all day.
So there's been no cooking in the premises since Sunday?
That's right. The fire officer's not committing himself, of course, but he thinks it could be another willful. He's trying to raise the owner now.
We'd better get somebody over there. Speaking of which, you don't fancy a trip to the GRI this afternoon?
You got a better offer?
Unfortunately not. It's a wife beating, I think, or common law wife. Routine interview.
Which is also unfortunate. Oh well, somebody's got to do it.
And somebody's got to pick up the pieces.
Stay there, madam. That wall's about ready to come down. Excuse me, were you employed here?
Oh, this is terrible. Oh, my God, how did this happen?
Madam, did you work at the Bay Leaf restaurant?
Yes. I'm the management. I want to know what happened. Tell me, please. The restaurant was closed. There's been nobody here since the weekend. How could this happen?
We don't know yet, I'm afraid, but we think it started about midnight. We tried to contact the owner during the night, but he wasn't answering his phone.
That's my husband. Yes, he was at his former home last night. What number did you try?
Well, I don't have a note of it. It was a Mary Hill address. G20, I think.
That's right. But he'll certainly be at work now in Nelson Mandela Place. You could contact him there. Oh, no! I just don't understand how this could happen.
We'll find out soon enough. Now, if I could just have your name and address, madam. You're the manageress and the wife of the proprietor.
Yes. It's Mrs. Lorinsky.
Lorinsky.
Try true Lorinsky. Oh, no.
No, I'm sorry you've had a wild goose chase, but we had to move her to Rockhill Hospital.
Rockhill?
Infectious diseases.
No. And, you were the admitting physician here?
That's right.
She came in at the back of midnight, staggered up to the desk. It looked like a serious assault. Unfortunately, she had to wait until we'd patched up some car accident victims. She'd broken ribs, but they didn't require resetting, and they provide their own splints, really. Otherwise, it was just bruising. Well, I say just, but the bruising was massive. Over 60% of her body area.
God.
Yes. Anyway, that gave us the first indications. We're getting quite good at spotting the signs these days.
The signs?
Yes. Going on the bruises, I would have expected more fractures than we found, and most likely internal bleeding as well. That meant she had some kind of skin or blood disorder. I mean, there are certain conditions where you just have to touch the skin to cause temporary bruising.
I think I'm beginning to catch your drift.
Anyway, I noticed other things then. Thinning hair, loose fingernails, patches of raised, hard skin. To cut a long story short, I put her into isolation and sent a blood sample to the lab for immediate testing. She's HIV positive. Very positive.
AIDS?
Her condition's quite advanced, I'm afraid. She has no natural resistance, and my guess is she won't recover easily from the kind of damage she's just sustained.
That's terrible, poor girl. How long has she got, do you think?
Difficult to say. The staff at Raquel should have some idea, but... Well, we're into April now, and I don't think she'll see the autumn. This will be her last summer, and it'll be one summer she'll never have wanted to live.
Anyway, sir, Montgomery's been looking up the Rotodecks, and Steen has a file all right. White-collar stuff, fraud, embezzlement and the like.
If he's the guy I'm thinking of, we missed nailing him on an insurance fraud charge about 18 months ago when his brief got him off on a technicality.
Yes, Montgomery thinks the 3 convictions are just the tip of the iceberg. He's still checking it out, but he reckons there might be a pattern to some of the willful fire-raisings the past few years. South Side business premises, for instance. We're a long way from tying Steen into the murder, though.
Well, we'll see what comes out of our talk with Mrs. Lurinsky this afternoon. But I say the fog bank's not getting any thicker, Ray. It's dissipating.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't you agree?
Well, it's a fair step from the Zambezi Club in Hope Street to the Bayleaf Restaurant on Clark's.
Yes,
but
exactly. Lurinsky owned the Bayleaf, and one of Steen's special customers just tried to torch his clothes as well, Maybe we ought to lean on mine host at the Zambezi a bit harder. D.I. Donahue.
Sir, I thought you should know. P.C. Hamilton's just radioed in a code 2-1 from the Maryhill Road area. Something about a person on the canal towpath. Tango Delta Foxtrot's on the way there now.
Right, thank you. That's Hamilton called in for assistance, the mysterious figure on the towpath. This might be the missing piece in the jigsaw, eh?
Well, I'm glad you're the one that's going to have to live this down, Phil, old son. I mean, a code 2-1 for a little old lady. Are you all right in there, Mrs. McIntyre?
I am fine, son. Just as long as you get me home in time to make my own tea and my man coming in for his work.
All right. Not the caller you expected, eh, Phil?
I thought it might be somebody connected with the case.
Well, it's a good piece of work just the same. The kind of thing the police community relations people love. Mrs. McIntyre's looking for her children. Up to all sorts they are. 7 and 9 years old. Not bad going for a great-grandmother, eh? But she's sick telling them not to play along by the canal. Oh, and she's worried about her man as well. She just forgets he died 20 years ago. At times she forgets she's in her slippers and her nightgown. Isn't that right, Mrs. McIntyre?
What's that, son?
OK. I get the message.
Well, fortunately, we know where Mrs. McIntyre lives. So if you want to jump in, we'll take you home with her. It's your beat. You might as well know where she lives. Make it an easier caller next time.
Aye, very funny.
Were you married to Mr. Lurinsky long?
No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks married, then a widow.
I'm sorry.
You know, we hadn't even begun to live together. We hadn't even gone on honeymoon. We went to Gretna to get married. You know it.
Yeah.
We drove for 2 hours down the A74 and walked into the registry office. Just the 2 of us. Like runaways. Rebels.
In what way?
Oh, many ways. I rebelled against my family. They wanted me to marry within the Chinese community. Oh, I couldn't do that. I'd become too westernized. You know, in some Chinese families, the man keeps a stick for his wife.
That's not so different from the natives.
Yes, I know.
Nonetheless, it took some courage to break away from your background.
Well, I didn't know any other way till I left school. Then I took a job in a big store, Not only was I treated the same as white women, but I even overheard male trainees getting shouted at for the same mistakes I was making. I started going to night school then, for hires, and eventually university. Oh, it's the best way out.
Yes, I did that. I came from the Saracen.
Oh, that's a tough place.
One of the toughest. You were telling me about your marriage. Your family didn't approve.
No, they didn't. Not in principle. Oh, but they liked Samuel on a personal level. He had a pleasant, sincere humility about him, which we Chinese value. It was especially appealing in a rich white man.
So your family wouldn't hurt him?
Mr. Donahue, you're not suggesting that he was murdered by my family?
I'm not suggesting anything, Mrs. Durinsky, but I've got to explore every possibility. I've told you he was murdered with a bladed instrument. I'm afraid his death was a bit more than stabbing.
Go on, Mr. Donahue.
I'm afraid he was beheaded. Do you want me to continue?
Yes.
There was an element of ritual involved. Mr. Lurinsky was dressed in clean clothing, not just clean, but new, apart from his suit, which had been recently dry-cleaned. And his body was carried outside and left on some waste ground, with his head on his chest. I'm sorry I've had to tell you that.
You're right. I'd rather learn about it here than from the newspapers.
I mention it because it has certain similarities to an attack in Sauchiehall Street a few months ago.
Yes, I know. The Chinese businessman who wouldn't sell his shops to the triad.
Yes, he was thrown out of a taxi in Sauchiehall Street on a Saturday afternoon, and his hands and feet had been...
I know. The newspaper said it was possibly Chinese from another city, perhaps Liverpool. Illegal immigrants controlled by the mob.
Yes, that's right. The papers didn't miss much. But we just couldn't penetrate the Chinese community. Talk about silence, they made Cosa Nostra look like a sewing bee.
And you see similarities. Both businessmen, a Chinese connection, the ritual. You know, the new clothing could be significant.
Oh?
Yes. The last thing a Chinese gathers about him is 4 wardrobes of unused clothing. 1 for each of the seasons in the next world.
I didn't know that.
But the rest... Well, a Chinese wouldn't do that to a European. Not unless the person had taken the initiative against them. The Chinese in Glasgow are basically families. Like most families, they can do each other dreadful damage, but never run amok. We're guests here and we know it. We go to great lengths to avoid conflicts with whites.
I bet you can take care of yourselves. I witnessed an incident once where half a dozen Glasgow Neds made the mistake of trying to roll 2 Chinese boys. I've never seen so many bodies fly at the same time, and the 2 Chinese walked on as though nothing had happened.
Oh, yes. We can protect ourselves. But you must believe me, Mr. Donahue. Samuel would never have been murdered by anyone in the Chinese community. Even if they hadn't liked him personally, the fact that he married me made him part of the family.
Thank you.
For what?
A very full and frank answer. It can't have been easy for you, but it was an avenue I had to explore.
I understand.
Can I ask you about Mr. Lurinsky's rebellion?
Yes. It seems strange, the idea of rebellion in a middle-aged man. But there was a lot of conflict inside, Samuel said. You know about his background?
Yes, parents very strict, free church and so on.
Samuel rebelled very late in life, not until his parents were both dead, unfortunately, which caused him great anguish. He'd go to a nightclub and feel terrible guilt for ages afterwards, even a drink of beer.
How did you meet?
I had a small business, a shop selling Oriental artifacts, silk, marjan sets, that sort of thing. Oh, I'd been better off in teaching, which was my original idea, but I was my own boss. I like that.
Yes.
Anyway, I walked into Samuel's office one day and asked for professional advice with my accounts. We took it from there, you might say. Though, in the early days, I had to make all the running.
But eventually you got married.
Yes. Even that was an act of rebellion for Samuel. A civil ceremony and not a church service.
Had you known each other for long?
2 years. We became business partners first, and then marriage partners.
Oh.
Yes, we have 3 Chinese restaurants all on the south side. One of which was set on fire last night.
Yes. Mrs. Lurinsky, can I ask you why you weren't living together?
We were. Samuel's wardrobe stands next to mine in my house in Busby. What Samuel did was to keep on the flat in Maryhill and go back there now and again, well, sometimes overnight. I think he was putting off telling the cleaning lady was selling up and letting her go. He was a sensitive person.
What about your other restaurants?
We never had any problems before today. And now my husband's murdered, and our best restaurants deliberately set on fire. What else can happen? We Chinese believe things happen in threes.
So do we.
But what can happen?
Yes, come in. Mr. Montgomery.
Sorry to disturb you, sir, but I've been checking out those willful fire raisings on the south side.
That's just what we've been talking about.
Well, sir, the premises themselves show a loose connection. A nightclub, a sort of cafe with a liquor licence, 2 pubs, basically places of entertainment. And the locations are Shawlands, Langside, Pollock Shaws, Priest Hill, and of course last night's incident in Clark's.
Yes, south side of the water, we know that.
But the really interesting thing is the present owner. I mean, as distinct from the owner at the time of the bombing.
Mr. Donahue, if you finish with me, I'll...
No, Mrs. Lurinsky, just stay there if you don't mind.
Well, sir, the present owner, with the exception of last night's fire, of course, is...
Mr. Rudolph Steen?
How did you guess?
Dr. Monroe will have told you about her condition, I suppose. I'm not sure how much she'll say. That'll depend on her attitude to you.
To me as a policewoman, you mean?
No, to you as a human being who hasn't got AIDS. Anyway, she'll be coming out of sedation by now. I'm sorry you've had to wait. She'll have been told where she is and why. You'll be her first visitor, and I don't envy you, to tell you the truth. She might be hysterical. She might be withdrawn. If she's hysterical and starts spitting at you, just leave. You can come back another day. Do the same if she's happy, would be my advice.
Happy?
Oh, it's not unusual. You'll hear people who've broken their backs say things like, "This is the best thing that could have happened. It's made me change my whole outlook on life." If she's like that, you won't get anything of value from her. You'll have to wait until reality sinks in.
Well, if you think she's ready, I'd like to go in.
A visitor for you, Louise, if you're feeling up to it. This is WPC Villains. Would you like some tea?
No, thanks.
I'll leave you to it then.
Hello, Louise. Do you mind if I sit here?
No, go ahead. What did you say your name was?
Willems. Elke Willems.
Police. You're very nice looking.
Thank you.
Elke. That's not a Scottish name, is it? You don't look Scottish.
No, Dutch originally.
I thought so. You've nice features. I used to be good looking. Do you know why I'm here?
Yes.
You're no scared?
No. Why should I be?
She's 28, that girl. She doesn't look it, does she? She talks a lot when she's no coughing. She's going deaf, she says. Then she'll go demented. Then she'll die. She told me she knows that because she's seen it with other people, the ones ahead of her in the queue, like she's ahead of me. So I'll watch her, and I'll know what I'm in for.
Louise, I can come back another time.
Why would you do that? Do you like the police? The job, I mean.
Yes, I do. You get scared now and again, on the beat. Sometimes when I'm on my own, just my radio for company, trying doors, shining my torch into closes and alleyways, checking out any odd noises.
I didn't think policewomen went out on their own at night.
Well, we do. It's not that dangerous. It's not likely someone's going to leap out on you. Well, that's always at the back of your mind. Most of the time you can see trouble developing and you call in a code 21. That's a call for assistance. That'll bring a couple of police cars within minutes.
Well, it would scare me. I couldn't do it.
Most of the fear's in your imagination. A cat or a fox will knock over a bin lid and your heart's in your mouth. You immediately think somebody's being done in. Although, in your case, Louise, I don't suppose it was a cat.
Which is why you're here, of course.
Yes.
You're not that far off, actually. It wasn't a cat or a fox, but it was a couple of animals, all right.
Do you want to tell me? Do you know how you caught the disease?
Look, just call it AIDS, okay? Yeah, I know. I was a smackhead.
Heroin?
Yeah, that's where I got it. Off my pusher.
Using other people's works?
Actually, no. I didn't shoot up. I smoked it. I even gave it up.
That's unusual.
Oh, it's easy. Stomach cramps for a couple of days, nothing special. I got out when I realised how much it was taking over my life. That was all I was, a smackhead. Stealing for the next fix. Unbelievable, really. Even went in the game.
Is that how you could afford to stay in Taylor's Court?
Oh, you know that?
You had a letter in your handbag. The hospital staff needed to check in case they had to contact your next of kin. You were very badly beaten up.
Don't I know? I was going to tell you I lived with my mother in Parkhead, but since you know otherwise...
Is your mother your next of kin?
She doesn't even know I'm here.
I'll tell her if you give me her address. Do you want me to let her know, what your condition is?
Yeah. Thanks. That'd be a help.
Maybe you can help us, Louise. Tell me about your pusher.
My ex-pusher. I kicked it, remember?
Okay, your ex. Was that who beat you up?
Him? No chance. No, it was two guys. Broke into my flat and gave me a kicking. No sooner in than they were gone. They were good at their job.
You didn't recognise them?
No.
And you've no idea why they would do that?
No.
You still haven't told me about your pusher, Louise.
You know him anyway. He's inside right now. Peter Heath. Get 5 years for possession with intent to supply. He made a mistake. Tried to interest the wrong guy and get his collar felt.
Tell me the old story.
Yeah, well... He was a smackhead himself, plus bisexual. Everything going for him. Shot up with filthy work, saw that number. Odd times when I hadn't the cash I used to nip him.
Nip him?
Sleep with him. I did it quite often. Cheaper than paying for it.
And you think he was the one that gave it to you?
He's the only one who could have. He slept with as many boys as women and used dirty works to shoot up the same needle all the time. Him and his mates just passed it around. Had to be him. All the other guys I've been with have been straight, no druggies. His name's McKee, by the way.
I don't suppose it matters who gave it to you, but we'll inform Peterhead and they'll screen him for the virus.
Yeah. It was one more death sentence.
Yes. So what did you work at, Louise, before this happened?
This and that.
You've got a flat in Taylor's Court. You've obviously got money. Where did it come from? Were you on the game?
No. I worked for the man.
As what?
Personal assistant.
Okay, Louise. What about the break-in? These two men, did they just kick the door down?
Not exactly. I fell for the oldest trick in the book. A wee gentle tap on the door like a child's knock just around midnight. I looked through the peephole, nobody in the landing, so I opened it on the safety chain, you know. And that's when they kicked it in. The locks and chains are strong enough, but these doors are just matchwood.
And you've no idea why they would do this?
They were just a couple of Neds wanting to burgle the flat, I suppose. How should I know?
What did they take?
I don't know. I left the house and dragged myself down to the Royal. The door's still open. Half of Glasgow's probably been in and out by now.
Do you want us to secure the premises?
Could you?
Yes, we'll do that. And we'll get in touch with your next of kin.
My mother? Aye. Thanks.
Louise, you said you worked for the man. What man? What's the man's line of business? You're not helping.
There's no connection. I work for a guy who owns a couple of bars, restaurants, that kind of thing.
Louise, that's the least of your worries now, you know that.
Yeah, you're right. His name's Dean, and he is the least of my worries.
Oh my God, nurse! Nurse! Somebody for God's sake,
you have to leave, officer, please.
Oh,
It's all right.
God, help
It's all right, Louise.
Get back into bed.
In episode 3 of Two-Way Cut, the part of Elka Willems was played by Eliza Langland, Detective Sergeant Sussex by Jake Darcy, and Detective Constable Montgomery by Frank Gallagher. Police Constable Wanless, Paul Morrow, Fire Officer, Gilbert Martin, Chai Chu, Cedar Chosham, Detective Inspector Donahue, Crawford Logan, Sister, Joyce Deans, Mrs. McIntyre, Edith Ruddick, Police Constable Hamilton, Martin McCarty, and Louise was played by Anne-Marie Timoney. Technical presentation was by Tommy Anderson, Graham Taylor, and Andrea Cunningham. Two-Way Cut was written by Peter Turnbull, dramatised by Stephen Mulrine, and directed on location in Glasgow and in our Glasgow studios by Hamish Wilson. We present the fourth and final episode of Two-Way Cut by Peter Turnbull, dramatised from the original novel by Stephen Mulrine. The cops from Glasgow's P Division have found the wife of the murder victim and have linked his death with a series of acts of willful fire-raising on Glasgow's south side, and with the beating up of a young woman who's now known to be suffering from full-blown AIDS. Detective Constables Montgomery and King are searching her flat. Two-Way Cut.
Books for decoration. Nice bindings. Well, I don't suppose Louise Salisbury will get round to reading them now. I take it Elka Willems is doing the honours with the next of kin.
I don't envy her. Oh, you better watch yourself around the sofa here. There's a good deal of blood.
It's all over the place in the bathroom. She obviously tried to clean herself up before staggering down to the Royal. God. You can believe that stuff about these guys putting scaled-down furniture into their show houses? Definitely not becoming a yuppie, if it means they've got to live in joints like this.
I don't think Louise did much living in here.
No. And she won't do much now.
Mrs. Salisbury? Hello, Mrs. Salisbury?
Who is it?
Mrs. Salisbury, it's the police. Mrs. Salisbury?
Aye.
It's about Louise. Can I come in?
Louise? She in trouble, aye?
Yes, I'm afraid she is. Not with the police.
You'd better come in.
Do you mind if I switch this off?
Eh? No, go right ahead. Have a wee seat, hen.
Yes.
Aye. We've been having a wee drink since about Saturday, me and my fella. He's crashed out next door. He'll no bother us. What about yourself? Would you like a wee goldie?
No, thanks.
Oh, aye. On duty, of course. Will you take a coffee? There's a jar here I can wash out and make you a coffee.
No, honestly.
So, Louise is in trouble.
Mrs. Salisbury, your daughter's in hospital.
Oh, my God. Is it serious?
I'm afraid it is.
Which one? Which hospital?
Rockhill.
Rockhill? How am I going to get up there? I'll need to tap money for a taxi.
I think you should sober up first.
Think I'm drunk?
Yes.
Ah, well, maybe I am. See, me and him's been on a wee bender since Saturday.
One day won't make much difference. I think she'd rather see you sober.
It's not that serious, surely.
It's serious. But she can wait until you're dried out.
Well, I'll go tomorrow.
Louise lived here.
Oh, aye, till she left. One day she was here, next day she wasn't. That was about 4 years ago. She never sees me.
Does she see her father?
Never knew who he was, hen. See me and men. It's like being a punch bag all my days. My man, that's my husband Kenny, I mean. He put an axe over my head. See, my scalp's like a pocket full of zip fasteners. There's 5 scars in there, all stitched together. Put me in hospital, so he did, and got 5 years for it. I'll just need to make sure Dam's well out the road before he comes back. Anyway, hen, I'll work something out, right? I'll need to. Rockhill, you say?
Rockhill.
It's made of glass fibre.
Sorry?
The Buddha. It's made of glass fibre. Doesn't look it, but it is. My husband loves the Orient, as you may have noticed.
Yes, I can see that. Some beautiful things. Is Mr. Steen at home?
No, he's at his offices. Can I help you?
Police. Detective Sergeant Sussex.
Really? Well, shall we go inside? It's a bit chilly out here. These are genuine Japanese paper screens. Shoji, I think they're called. Personally, I prefer doors. My husband would make you take off your shoes, by the way. Would you like some coffee?
No, thank you. It's just you and your husband living here, Mrs. Steen.
That's right. Just him and me. I'm here all day and night, and he's here some of the time, when the fancy takes him.
I see.
Do you? Well, a policeman. I dare say you see more than most. I wonder if you can see my little problem, if you care to guess.
Drink?
Drink? Oh, never. The only drink problem I've got is that I can't get enough of it. I was in the garage, actually, when you came up the drive. Yes, the garage is vodka. The bottle's in the coal bucket beneath a pile of old newspapers. And outside, behind the water barrel, is the rum. It's only the heavy stuff I take, you'll notice. And you know something? I haven't had to buy a bottle in 3 years. My husband keeps all my wee planks topped up. It's like a daft game. He puts another bottle in place when the last one's getting empty. And I drink it, and we each kid on we don't know what the other one's doing. How to murder your wife without actually killing her.
You know there are detox programs, Mrs. Steen.
No use. You can't start unless you're sober when you go in. And if I even begin to look sober, he just pours me a drink. Yes, brings me my morning cup of tea when he's at home, and there's always whiskey in it to get me off on the right foot. Then I eat. I can only eat in the mornings. Slice of toast, boiled egg, By 10, I'm miraculous. Too smashed to keep anything down. Can just about make it to the garage and back. Some life, Yeah. So, what do you want to see him about?
We're hoping he can help us with some inquiries.
Oh, that's lovely. I love that when I hear it on the news. A man has been detained in connection with the incident and is assisting police with their inquiries. Yes, I like that.
Mrs. Steen, what exactly is the nature of your husband's work?
This and that. All kinds of interests. Actually, only one main one, and that's the Orient. You can see what he's done to the inside of my house. It's like a bloody pagoda. He used to get me wearing a kimono as well. Now he just gives me a bottle and shoves me away in a room.
I really meant his business interests.
Oh, yes, I know. I'm out of touch with all of that. I've been kept out of touch. He's got some floozy. Certainly hasn't made any demands. You know, demands. In a long time. My husband comes home 2 or 3 times a week, picks up the mail, makes sure my bottles are topped up. Sometimes he's in and out in a couple of minutes. Or maybe hours. I don't know. I'm not very good on time. Listen, if he does come in, I'll tell him you called. Okay?
I think we're only just learning about him. Apart from the murder of Lerinsky, I think we can lay God knows how many extortions and fire-raisings at his door. All we need now is to nail him.
Yes, it's a pity I missed him, but I don't think the trip out to Bear's Den was wasted. That house had enough Japanese weaponry in the walls for the 7 samurai.
Well, D.C. King's tail on him appears to have borne fruit, though I'm not exactly sure what to make of it. Why would he take Mrs. Lerinsky out to dinner? His victim's wife, if we're right.
There was no sign of coercion?
No, none at all, Sarge. He picked her up at her house. She came out to his car, dressed up to the nines, got in quite willingly. They drove into town to the casino, then played a couple of games of blackjack and went upstairs to the restaurant.
I'm just wondering who invited whom. Is it possible she's been cheating on her husband? Steen's wife did say he had a mistress.
Mrs. Lerinsky? Oh, I don't think so, Ray. Not the way she spoke when I interviewed her. Unless she's some actress.
Something I forgot to mention, sir. When I drove off after Steen and Mrs. Lerinsky, her house wasn't empty.
Oh.
The lights were on, and there were people still in it. About 4 or 5 Chinese men, I think.
Curious, Aaron, curious. Relatives up for the funeral, maybe?
Oh, could be. They were all in dark suits. I could see that much.
I just wonder what they'd think of Chai Chu going out night-clubbing with Steen, if that's the case.
Well, it's time we started leaning hard on a couple of people. What's Elka doing today, Ray?
W.P.C. Willems is going out to Rockhill, I believe.
Good. Send Montgomery along with her. She might be persuaded to do some serious talking. Although God knows how you lean hard on somebody in that young girl's condition. Anyway, the other one's a certain grieving Chinese widow. I just hope I'm not wrong about her.
I mean, it's all happened so quickly. 2 days ago I was walking around the city. Okay, I was feeling a bit tired, but I was basically fine. Now here I am, and I know I won't leave this place except in a plastic bag. Did you see my mother?
Yes.
Did she have a good drink now?
Yes. But she took in what I told her. She'll be here.
Aye, like mother, like daughter. We both got a doing off a man and wound up in the hospital. Some guy took an axe to her. Did she tell you that?
Yes, she did.
He got the jail for it. But she'll take him back. She'll think it was her fault for annoying him. Anyway, you haven't come out here for a social call?
No, we've come here for a reason. We think you know more than you're telling, Louise.
Deathbed confession? Well, I suppose I've nothing to lose. I dare say I won't be around by the time they get him into court.
Get who into court, Louise?
Steen. That's who you're talking about, isn't it? You know, the plans I had, the places I was going to visit. Canada first. I really wanted to see the Rockies and the Great Lakes. I've been promising myself that for years.
Louise.
Yeah, right. Steen. He topped that guy Larinsky. I saw it.
We'll have to take notes, Louise. You don't mind?
No. See, Steen had been trying to buy out Larinsky for some time. Larinsky wasn't having any, possibly because Steen was offering peanuts. Anyway, Larinsky just wouldn't budge, so Steen decided to burn him out, same as he did the others.
We'll want some details about those later. We know a bit about Steen's extortion activities, but we'll just talk about the Larinsky murder for now.
Well, the first thing you need to know is that Steen's obsessed with the Orient. Anything Chinese or Japanese.
Yeah, we know. The sergeant visited his home.
Yeah, well, you remember that story a couple of months ago? Some Chinese guy wouldn't sell out to their sort of mafia, the triads or the tongs or whatever. And they cut his hands and feet off and threw him out of a car into Sucky Hall Street.
Yeah, and I remember we got nowhere with that either. All we know is that a Chinese hit team were imported. They did the business and just vanished.
Well, anyway, that sets Steen thinking. And he says, see these Chinese? That's the way to do it. We'll knock off Larinsky and then put a proposition to his co-owner. She's Chinese, incidentally.
Louise, she was also Larinsky's wife.
Honest to God? Oh, Steen didn't know that.
Louise, what was your part in all this?
Me? I'm his bit of stuff. His moll, if you like. And his driver when he needs one. He held his big council of war at Taylor's Court.
At your flat?
No, he's the owner. I just lived there. Lived.
Louise, your relationship with Steen.
Oh, yeah. Go carefully when you arrest him. Don't get any blood in yourself.
What do you mean by his council of war?
That's where he decided we should call on Larinsky.
Who's we?
Him and me and Spike and some fat guy for Castle Milk. I don't remember his name. He works up the stairs at the Zambezi.
Really? He told us he was a student.
Ha! Is he hell? He's barely literate. Anyway, they took me with them because they'd all been drinking to get their courage up and they needed me to drive.
Steen's car, presumably.
Aye, a big Mercedes. We went out to Larinsky's house in Maryhill.
And you actually witnessed the murder?
Yes. It was in the dining room. Steen was mad. I don't mean angry. I mean mad, insane, cold as ice. I think if Larinsky had said, OK, I'll take your offer, it wouldn't have made any difference. He'd made up his mind Larinsky was to be topped and that was it. It was the way Steen's mind works.
So what happened, Louise?
Well, they started talking. Larinsky even looked relaxed. Spike and the fat guy were talking to him. And Steen got in behind him. He had a sword under his coat. One of these Japanese samurai things. He's got two in the wall of his house. Sharp as a razor. Anyway, while Larinsky was looking away, Steen brought out his sword, held it in both hands, and swung it at the back of Larinsky's neck. Oh, I've never seen anything like it.
I should hope not.
What about the clean clothes?
Oh, that was Steen's Bampot idea. He thought it would help us get away with it in case we get fibres on us or whatever. He also made us wash it. Oh, rubber gloves and everything. Swinging his sword around. Nobody was going to argue with him. He'd brought a bottle of methylated spirits. Oh, I don't know. He was just agitated, totally illogical. He's no right in the head, frankly.
So how did you carry the body from Larinsky's house to the waste ground?
No, we didn't. We took him out to the car in 2 pieces, then drove across. They went home then. I dropped them off and left the Mercedes in town for Steen to pick up later. I was supposed to burn Lerinsky's clothes, which I tried to do over on the south side someplace, but it was pouring rain. Actually, I was feeling sick. I didn't know what it was then, of course.
Thanks, Louise. We're very grateful.
Well, I feel better for telling you. I never wanted to get involved with a psycho like Steen, but once you're in...
Louise, if you're feeling tired...
Yeah. Come back tomorrow and I'll tell you what I know about the extortion side of it.
We know he's connected with a lot of fire raising at business premises.
Yeah, it's simple enough. Steen would pick out somebody that owned a string of businesses, mainly restaurants, and torch one of them. Then he'd go and see the owner, no witnesses of course, and tell them what he'd done. Prior to making them an offer they couldn't refuse.
We'll need details, Louise. Names and places.
I'll give you them. I may as well do something with the time I've got left. It's either that or occupational therapy, and I don't think embroidery's my scene.
You're a brave woman, Louise.
Thanks. I wish I was.
Hello? Ray Sussex?
Ray, is that you? Donahue here. Are you having a party or something?
No, sir, I'm afraid not. I'm feeling like a lynching party, though.
Ray, I'd like you to come in early. We're making arrests now in the Lerinsky killing. We've got enough for a warrant on Steen, and we'll have to seize his car for forensic to go over. I'm pulling everybody in, and you'll need to advise the arresting officers to handle Steen with care. Louise Salisbury was his mistress, and that means he'll be carrying the AIDS virus. If he resists and the blood starts flying, it could be very serious.
Right, sir. Do we know his whereabouts?
Well, D.C. King tailed him in Mrs. Lerinsky's company last night, so if he's not at his own place in Bears Den, he might just be at hers in Busby. And she'll have a bit of explaining to do. There should be 2 arrests simultaneously. Montgomery and King can handle the 2 suspects at the Zambezi Club, Spike and his so-called student friend. The Zambezi shuts at 1, so we'll make that 0 hour. Ray, I can hardly hear myself think with that racket going on. Shouldn't you be charging somebody with breach of the peace?
I'm sorry, sir. There's not much I can do about it.
Anyway, we'll let them get the last shift in, but make sure King and Montgomery don't underestimate them. They're in it up to their neck, and it's not pretty. Meanwhile, you and I and W.P.C. Willems will present ourselves at Steen's house and move on to Busby if he isn't there. Whether or no, we'll remove those 2 samurai swords from his wall. It's possible there'll be traces of Lerinsky's blood on one of them, okay? King's on duty now, but I'll phone Montgomery. He'll be pleased. He's just knocked off less than an hour ago. Hope I don't interrupt anything for him.
Right, sir. I'll be there in about 15 minutes.
Oh, make it 20, Ray. And bring in the guy with the ghetto blaster.
You can leave the dessert, Malcolm, if it's too much.
No, I'll manage. You slip into something more comfortable if you like.
I already have.
I know. I'm just pretending I hadn't noticed. Hey, come here. I'll use my left hand. For the peaches, I mean.
Don't forget to eat, whatever you do.
Oh, got to keep up my strength, sweetheart. After a long day chasing bad guys.
Oh, well. Sure you wouldn't like a second helping?
We'll play it by ear, shall we?
Go easy.
Hello, Malcolm Montgomery.
Donahue. Malcolm, we need you here ASAP. We're ready to make arrests.
Right, sir. I'll be there in 2 shakes. Sorry, sweetheart. Gotta go.
What? You cannot be serious.
Look, I've just come off shift. Donahue wouldn't call me back if it wasn't serious. This case is breaking. I'm needed.
And what about me? I've been waiting all night.
I'm sorry, Michelle. I really am. But the job comes first. You know that.
Well, why can't you get a daytime job?
Look, there'll be other times.
Not with me, there won't.
I happen to like my work.
excuse me, lads.
Hi, boy. Remember us?
Hey, what's going on here?
Jesus, there's cabs everywhere. Oh, I'm sure you'll have had lectures on this up at the uni. It's called having your collar felt. You're about to be huckled, pal.
Just get in the van, please.
Come on, get a break.
OK, Constable, punt it in. Let's have some light in it.
No wonder she didn't hear us.
Still holding on to the bottle.
I take it this is Mrs. Steen.
Yes, I don't think there's much point in waking her, sir.
Nope. OK, you two search the house.
Right, sir.
And those things can go immediately down to the station, into store, then to forensic first thing in the morning. Mind how you take them off the wall, and don't touch the edges. There could be God knows whose blood on them, apart from Lorinsky's, even his own. Ray, we'd better post the man on the drive. We've made the premises insecure, so we'll have to guard them until the lady wakes up. Hopefully sober. Not sober enough to call a joiner.
The house is empty, sir.
Looks like Wisby next stop then, sir.
Yes. We'll pick up WPC Willems on the way back. This could be interesting.
Light's still on anyway.
Yes. If I'd been a betting man, Ray, I'd have put money on finding Steen's Mercedes parked outside as well. And I'd have lost.
It's just possible he's left and driven back to Bearsden by another route.
Oh, well, we could have missed him, but it's unlikely. Well, let's get moving. Stay a pace or two behind, Elka, just in case.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Lorinsky, hello. We've met before.
Yes, of course. Inspector Donahue. How can I help you?
We're looking for Rudolph Steen.
He's not here, I'm sorry.
But you have seen him tonight.
Yes.
Do you mind if we come in and talk? This is Detective Sergeant Sussex and WPC Willems.
Yes, of course. Can we talk in the kitchen? I'm preparing food.
It's late to be working, Mrs. Lorinsky, isn't it? It's after 2.
Is it? I'm a night bird. I hadn't noticed. I'll just carry on if you don't mind. I'm preparing a chicken curry. I'll cook it tonight. Let it cool, then heat it in the microwave for tomorrow's dinner. I've cooked 3 other meals tonight. That's how I like to work. Cook 5 or 6 meals. Freeze them, then microwave them when I want to eat them. Very labour-saving, don't you agree?
Yes, I don't know what I'd do without it.
So Steen isn't here?
No.
He was here earlier, though.
No, he wasn't.
Mrs. Lorinsky, you were seen having dinner with him.
I don't deny it, but not here. I don't like the man. He makes me shudder. I wouldn't allow him in my house.
But you had dinner with him.
He asked me. He wanted to talk. Strictly business.
What sort of business?
Oh, nothing new. Nothing he hasn't said before. He wants to buy me out. All 3 shops. And since Samuel had been killed, he thought I might have changed my mind. He obviously thought Samuel was still just my business partner. I didn't tell him otherwise.
What did you say to his proposition?
I said I would think it over, because I wanted him to take me home. He's an unstable person. I didn't want to tell him there and then I had no intention of selling out.
What about your visitors, Mrs. Lorinsky? Have they gone?
You saw them. You've been watching me.
No, we've been watching Steen. Mrs. Lorinsky, we strongly suspect it was Steen that murdered your husband.
I see.
Well?
Mr. Donahue, my friends were just passing through Glasgow. They're really friends of my brother's. They heard about Samuel and called in to offer condolences.
But they left.
Oh, yes, Sergeant. Just after Mr. Steen brought me back, in fact.
So tell me, Chaichu, where have you left his body?
Christ. Oh, God, no. Not again. Jesus. Hello. HQ, Delta Bravo Tango. Code 21, junction of Maryhill Road and Garscube Road, on the Gap site. Oh, you'd better get the team out here quick.
In the final episode of Two-Way Cut, the part of Detective Constable Montgomery was played by Frank Gallagher, Detective Constable King by Robert Carlyle, and Elka Willems by Eliza Langland. Mrs. Salisbury, Ginny Barlow. Mrs. Steen, Mary Ann Reid. Detective Sergeant Sussex, Jake Darcy. Detective Inspector Donahue, Crawford Logan. Louise, Anne-Marie Timoney. Spike, Cachel Quinn. Barman, Alec Monteith. Michelle, Daniela Nardini. Police Constable Wanless, Paul Morrow. Chai Chu, Cedar Chotham. Mrs. McIntyre, Edith Ruddick. And Police Constable Hamilton by Martin McCarty. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Technical presentation was by Tommy Anderson, Graham Taylor and Andrea Cunningham. Two-Way Cut was written by Peter Turnbull, dramatised by Stephen Mulrine, and directed on location in Glasgow and in our Glasgow studios by Hamish Wilson.